inviting everybody on. So it's good to be with everybody today. I'm super excited about the direction that Vive is heading in right now. I'm sorry I'm losing my voice. I've been in meetings with our CEO, Tom Schmidt, literally 24/7 for the last 4 days straight. So we've got some big things going on right now, and we're really excited for each and every one of you. So guys, we have a very special training planned for you this evening. This is a training that's literally going to change your business and take you in the right direction to build your Vive business. We're going to discuss with you the ins and outs and how to build a business utilizing the amazing tool that Rapid Funnel provides. So to do that, we're actually going to, and Debbie Lee, if you could stop your screen sharing, that'd be great. We're going to introduce a gentleman that I've been working with for several years now, actually, and has had tremendous success with companies launching their product all over the country with Rapid Funnel. And to train you today from the horse's mouth itself is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Micah Gaudio. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Micah to our incredible team.
Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you so much, man. And Nick, what a great leader, man. I mean, he likes to have fun, but he knows his stuff, man. And I know he wants each and every one of you guys to succeed. So excited to work with Nick again in this capacity, in this role, man. I've been around for about 1.5 years here at Rapid Funnel, which is the maker of your Vive app. And I'd love to just share my screen here. And I want to also introduce Ernan. Ernan is the dedicated Grow Team expert. And what the Grow Team does, he's your dedicated Grow Team expert. And what the Grow Team does is we're here to make sure that you reach your full potential. So I'm going to put some links here where maybe you could schedule a one-on-one with Ernan and myself if you still have some questions. I'm going to move pretty fast. I talk a little fast, but this is recorded so you can watch it later. I'm going to drop it in the coaching section in your app so you could watch it, stop it, follow along, but just try to listen, watch, absorb as much as you can. This is not just a basic new user training. For some of you guys that have know the app and you know how to prospect, I'm going to cover some advanced little tidbits for you as well. But we're going to talk about the how and the why. But first of all, let me just make sure you guys can see me share. Can you see my whole screen? Hopefully you can.
No, don't. Oh, there we go.
We good? All right. Now,
yep.
Hey, just somebody interrupt me. Sometimes I go back and forth. I got the phone over here on the right and I'm mousing over it. Sometimes you can't see it all. Let me know. We're going to go through it right now. Let me take you through a few things about the app, the Vive app, and why it's important. How many of y'all are a ClickFunnels expert? Yeah. How many of y'all have ever had somebody in your organization be taken advantage of, buy this $5,000 course and they still can't build their ClickFunnels, right? It's very hard to do that. Not everybody on your team and yourself included is a, marketing expert, right? You shouldn't have to build all these things out. Well, Vive has done this for you guys and made what is easy, scalable, and duplicatable for your business, right? And if it's not those things, it's not going to happen. Not everybody can be marketing and social experts, right? So we like to term this authentic sharing. And we are the right mix of authenticity and technology. Everybody kind of senses when you automate them, right? So we like to blend those technologies. And like I said, I get to work with some of the top leaders in the industry and top companies. And you know what? It's exciting. The ones that understand that crush it. So let me go and dive right in. We'll be answering questions in the chat and the Q&A. Hopefully, Ernan, you can monitor those and text me or hit me up or somebody interrupt me if we need to. But I'm going to just go here for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to open it up for questions for you guys. So let's start with account settings. Now, a lot of people like to start with the dashboard, but I think the settings are where you start. If you're ever training somebody on your team that you're helping them get started, start with the settings, because if the settings aren't right, then nothing else will be right. So you want to follow my mouse down here. You see me circling it around the more, right? The more button, bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to click that, and then you'll see settings right here. Fourth icon down on your left. I'm going to click settings. Now I'm in. Very important to have your picture in here because we don't want this icon at the bottom of all your funnel pages, right? And on your digital business card, which I bet some of you didn't know you had a digital business card. So let's click the picture. and upload one from your gallery, something good, right? The next thing you're going to want to do is go to these account settings right under the picture. And you want to make sure the email that you're using the business is there. You want to make sure your cell phone is there because people are going to text you. And if you got your home phone or a landline, if anybody has those anymore, they will try to text you. So make sure you have the number that you're using in your business. An extra company name for your business is here if you need it. And then the time zone is right. Okay. Now, some of you guys live on the line. I just had it the other day. I guess Phoenix is mountain instead of Pacific, and there was a problem. But if you live on the line or you're close and you're not sure, make sure you pick either New York, Chicago, or LA. Pick a big city. And if your time zones aren't right, then you won't get notifications in the right hour, right? So if your prospect's watching a video and you may get that notification an hour later. So make sure this is right. If you live on the line, the phone auto detects where you are. So you don't have to worry about that and just say, yes, change my time zone, and it'll do it for you automatically. Now, the other thing that we come across a lot is these notification settings right here, right next to account settings on the right. You see the little hand. Now, if these are unchecked, you're not going to get, a push notification from Vive that comes through the app. You won't get the events. You won't get rewards in the contests and your contact actions. You definitely want to know when that prospect watched the video, when they started watching it, and when they stopped watching it, whether they watched it 100% or 50%, so you can follow up at the absolute right time and hear those magic words. I was just thinking about you. I was just watching the video. What a perfect time to call. It's amazing how it works like that, right? And hit save. Now, these are your phone notifications, in-app notifications down here. Some of you may not know those are there. And these are all the notifications that come in. And these at the top are your phone notifications, right? So phone notifications come in right there. Okay. Make sure your phone notifications are on and not blocking the app in iOS or Android as well. All right. One last thing on the settings. Let me make sure I covered it all for you. And then we'll dig into the meat of it. Make sure your address is in there. The PO box is fine, or wherever. Your home address is fine. You can just at least make sure a zip code is if you don't want people knowing where your home address is. And I'll tell you why. We can do events and push notifications based on where you are geolocated, right? So if there's a big event in California, when we get through COVID, you want to know about it. Make sure your address is in there. What's the additional notifications? Get asked this a lot. If you ever have a question, just click the little question mark right there and it'll tell you. This is an additional email that gets all the alerts. What is this good for? Maybe you're a husband and wife team or a partner team. You want to keep your partner or your sponsor, or maybe you want to add some extra accountability for somebody on your team. Before you add anybody's email on there, or you may just have another email. Maybe you have a business email and you want it to go to your personal Gmail. Put your personal Gmail in there and you'll get notifications there. So make sure you talk to the person before you add them there. Most important is this consultant ID. If it's not right and in the number format right there, when a prospect clicks through to buy, they may get a broken link. So you don't want that broke. You want that fixed in there. And we put little warnings in there to make sure. This custom booking link is new. How cool is this that you can put it on your digital business card, and at the bottom of your funnel pages, people can book a meeting with you. You can put whatever URL in there you like. Calendly, you can book me, Acuity. Some of those are some familiar names. Now, I don't see, we'll get it turned on right away. I'll let Ernan do it right behind the scenes and maybe it will pop up here. But the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, it's great. It's okay if you don't have an Instagram. It's okay. You'll see WhatsApp and TikTok in there because I'm going to ask Ernan to turn it on. But make sure you put the whole URL. If you have a question, again, it would be, mine would be facebook.com/Micah Gaudio. Put the whole URL in there. And then when you're done, it will show up on the bottom of your funnel pages. Let me show you an example. If it's done right. Peak interest. I'm going to go right here. Let's look at one. And then if you scroll at the bottom, that's where that contact info goes. There's the picture. That's why it's important to have the picture. And there's the icons, right? So let's go into the app. And I skipped through here, notifications, and let's get to the meat of it. And that would be There we go. The first thing you're going to want to do is add a contact. And that is this big button right here in the middle of the bottom. Hit the plus, add a contact. We've got a nice little wizard here. If you want to know how to do that, and the wizard can go on and tell you how to do it. I'm going to exit that. And I'm just going to hit import. Now it's time to talk about some important things. All right. A lot of people just upload all their contacts at once. Do not do that. Can you authentically share today with 5,000 people? Probably not. We'll get into more about that later, but just add a few in at a time. Who you're going to send exposures to today, right? Or who you're going to talk to today. Just add them in one at a time, 5 at a time, but only what you can handle in that day. So I'm going to hit one contact. Let me look for my iPhone here. You guys are blessed to get the Android tonight version, not the iPhone version. So you can see all the information came in here. Phone number from my contacts. How easy is that, right? And I can hit save the contact. Now I could put a note in there. I could hit the plus sign and label the contact. I must be slow today. What's going on? You can do all these things. The next screen that's going to pop up is, do I want to schedule a reminder? Now, if you've connected this to your Gmail, these reminders, when I schedule a reminder, will come right up on your calendar. Where is Fortune? Fortune's in the follow-up, right? So make sure you follow up with reminders. Now, when I go back into the contact, the score and hot list is based on that user's activity. So imagine you've got hundreds and hundreds of contacts. The Vive app is going to tell you who you should follow up with. It's great AI technology, but say I want to boost this because I think this is going to be a hot prospect. I'll put a 5-star in there. It'll bump them 30 points. Once they hit 50, they'll end up on the hot list. So it's really awesome to just, go into your contacts and go right to the hot list and see who you're supposed to follow up with. But once this contact's in here, let's send them a resource. Okay. I'm going to label. These labels are important. I'll talk about labels in a little bit, but I can label this how about, this is great. These are admin labels that Vive's put in here for you. And I'm going to label this a commercial. Then I'm going to apply. All right. Let me turn off my settings. There you go. All right. So nobody else bothers us in our time together. Now, generally, I'm going to talk about the campaigns in a second. Notes, your surveys would be in here, reminders would be in here, and then any activity log would be here. So let's talk about sending resources. Okay. Now we're finally into the meat of it. And how you send resources. Now, a lot of people make the rookie mistake of going right to resources because that's what I want to do, right? Send a resource. But if I send a resource from here, it's not attached to any contact. So this would be great to post on social media, those types of things. But the truth is, you won't be able to tie it to the contact at all. You won't get any notification. So always make sure you go to contacts first, right here in the bottom right, then choose the contact. All right. Then you want to hit this right over here, send resources, right under the stars. I'm going to hit send resources. Now, let's go into commercial because I labeled this a commercial. The flows are set up very easy. So someone can get in here, get their settings right, import their contacts in 5 minutes, and start prospecting. That's what we're trying to do. Excuse me, I lost my voice over the weekend too, I guess, Nick. So look at this. Initial text, LinkedIn. If you have a question, these are pre-written text for you to kind of break the ice. But the peak interest is really step one. Now, if I forget what this is, I can always click the pink box there, right? And it will open it up. And then I can see what I'm actually sending the prospect before I send it. You can also cut and paste that because when I did that, it generated a unique URL for that contact. So here I go. I'm checking the box. I'm going to send the Vive commercial solution. Now look, you see three boxes that appear. This is email. If I wanted to email then an email would pop up, my email would pop up, and I could send the resource to them that way, or I could text it, or I could share on any social media. Look at this. Anything I have in my app, I can share it through WhatsApp. Actually comes pre-written text as well as Facebook. So I'm going to check this again. I'm going to send text messaging because I like that. Here we go. Never mind that guy. When the prospect gets it, this is what they're going to click. And now I get a notification that the prospect has clicked. And where's our video? We got a video. I'm going to send another resource so we can show a video trick. How about that? I'm going to go back. I should have checked that out. To the contact, send resources. In case you missed it, I'm going to go to consultant, peak, and hopefully this is a video. It's been a while since I looked at you guys' flow. And there we go. We got a video there. So again, I'm going to check the box right there. 3 icons appear. I'm going to text message. Here we go. It's all pre-written for you right there. All you have to do is hit send. If you want to change it, I'm going to show you a hack here. Always create a unique conversation with the prospect before you send them a video. If there's no two-way communication with you, your own carrier that you spend $400 a month on a cell phone is going to block your text. It's usually not the receiving carrier. It's actually your carrier will block you sending that. If you don't have any communication with the prospect, the other person receiving on the other side, receiving the message, they're looking for non-human-like behavior. So you don't want to be labeled as spam. You want them to get your links. So once the prospect gets the link and clicks it and starts watching the video, you get a alert that they've started watching the video, right? And let's take a look at what that contact looks like now, okay? So if I go back here and I go to the activity log, you can see he watched 1% of that video. They clicked the save and earn link and clicked the Vive commercial solution. So now you have a history of all that they watched. What's better about that is you got at a glance right here, you've got an icon. Do you everybody see that? And it's so, how cool is that? I can see that I already sent Micah this video. And if I click it, it will actually tell me how much of the video he watched. Okay. So I can send it again, fortune in the follow-up. Let me show you guys something really cool. Actually, I want to show you one more thing. If you share to social media, my tip and trick to you, when you hit that share button, is just hit the copy right at the top and then copy it, paste it into LinkedIn, then copy the link and then put it in Snap, Instagram, wherever, TikTok, wherever, instead of sharing directly through the app. So you can get that pre-populated text instead of just the link. Okay. All right. Let's check out another cool resource that you guys may not know that you have. And it's called personal resources. Okay. And this is very awesome because you can customize the app however you want. Look at this. If I go right up here, you see these are all the company resources, but then I have my personal resources right here. Okay. Now, I don't know why we crashed, but guess what? We come back real quick. So who we got? Now you can just hit add new and you can add any link you want and you can get creative with it. I know a lot of people that add video links and do their own custom videos. Any link you can put in here by hitting add new, put a title in, then put the link URL in, then all you got to do is categorize it. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a quicker way. Let's just say, and this is an advanced trick. Let's just say I want to rewrite the company pre-written message. All right. I don't like it. I don't want to cut and paste it. I just want to rewrite it. Okay. Go to the actual generic link. Okay. Start in resources, open up the pink box. And then what I'm going to do, let me do the whole process for you. So I'm going into resources, company. I want to rewrite the peak interest here, save and earn. This is a generic link because I didn't go through the contact. And all I got to do is click up here and hit share and then share it to the Rapid Funnel app. Look at that. Boom. It all comes in automatically. I can rewrite the company message right here with my own personal message and then send this to whoever I want. Any contact, it will be there, the message that I write. So I'm going to just hit save. I'm going to put this under professional. and I'm going to hit save. And then there you go. It's there. And then when I want to send that personal resource, I do it the same way. I go send resources. I just categorize it under save and earn. There we go. And boom, you got your own personal resources. You can do whatever you want. You do PowerPoint presentation, any link on the web, you can put in your personal resources. And it's very important to setting up your digital business card as well. How many of you guys noticed that this would be a great time for me to cover that? In your resources, you have this. Check it out. Now, this is probably not built out. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But look at this. I can send this to anyone. So what a great way. I haven't customized this. You can put up to 10 buttons on here. Obviously, if I had my social media in there, it would show that. So I'm going to show you how to customize your business card here in a second. But you can, this is a great, easy way. Hey, just let me send you my business card. And then stand over them or make sure they save it down to their contacts. And if you have all your social links and everything in there, it saves down as a contact. And guess what happens a few days later? You know, they probably sync their contacts with Facebook and Instagram. Next thing you know, you get a friend request from them and you follow them on social media, right? So it's very kind of like a, you know, an added benefit to using the business card, right? So make sure you use the digital business card. I'm going to put earn in. You can put a link on how to customize that. Actually, I'm going to go into that now here in a second. Let's see. Remember, you can ask any questions. We'll do a live Q&A after this. Let's talk about events. Sharing events are going to be very, very important. You can get to events down here the generic way. And then these events, skip for now, are what's available. Breakfast Champions with Nick tomorrow at 9. I love that it's in here. Did you know you could create your own personal resources right here? I'll cover that in a second, but I'm going to go to the contact, choose the contact, and event invite is right here, right next to the send resources. I'm going to go ahead and click event invite, and I'm going to invite Micah to the Breakfast of Champions with Nick tomorrow. Look at this, beautifully laid out. I love the way you guys do your events. You go full tilt with them. It's great. They look great. I'm going to text this to the prospect. All right. Now this is what the prospect sees. Once they click that, they got one option, and that is to RSVP. I see my phone's lagging a little bit, so I'll wait for it to catch up. When it all loads, but the rest of the event should load here in a second. I'm going to refresh it. I'm having maybe some internet problems over here. Well, the rest of the should be here. I'm going to click the I'll be there. Okay. And then the prospect can add it to their calendar. I'm going to do that. And then if you go back to the app, hopefully it shows up. There we go. I saw an alert go up. So Micah responded to your event. I'll be there. Does everybody see that? That's the phone notification. It's also in app. That's cool. I'm going to click that. Oh, it came up. I love it. You guys get to see this technology. All right. Pay attention if you fell asleep. This is what's called semi-automatic text messages. Okay. And they are unique in the industry. Nobody has them. We're about to launch campaigns with them next year. It's going to be amazing. If you know me, you know I made my auto money in auto text messaging. And this is the perfect blend of technology and artificial intelligence. Watch this. When this comes up and you see this, this is asking you, when do you want to follow up with the prospect? I'm going to say 5 minutes before, okay? You can put anything in here, a day. It's probably optimal that morning or whatever. Once I hit save, now guess what happens? 5 minutes before that event, I'm going to get a little pop-up that says, hey, it's time to invite the prospect to the event. Click OK to send them a text message. Boom. I can hit OK. It automatically sends it through my phone, not some short code number or some number they don't recognize. It's from my phone. And so, you know, it's authentic, right? And that's what we should be doing anyway in network marketing, right? Fortune's in the follow-up is following up and making sure the prospect's on the event minutes before the call, hours and days, right? It's follow-up. It's follow-up. That's what gets them to the meeting. So we're making that a little easier for you. Yes, if they RSVP by email, they'll get an automatic email, but text and social media, You can hit OK, copy that to social media and send an authentic message to them to remind them to be on the call. I don't care. I do that 40 times if it's very easy to do, right? When I invited somebody to a call. So that's just a new feature that is probably underutilized. I wanted you guys to know about it. Now let's talk about how to create your own personal events. Just go right to the events again and click this little button up in the upper right for both Android and iOS. You can create your own personal events, okay? Go into call and get semi-automatic text messages. If you got your own webinars, put them in here. If you're going to get coffee with somebody that's in the phone, put it in here and invite them, okay? They'll never cancel on you if you follow that process. You just got to follow up. All right, so let's talk about campaigns. I'm going to shift gears here. We got about 5 more minutes. Campaigns. What are campaigns? These are email campaigns, okay? I'm going to go right here. If you ever have a question about what you're signing the prospect up for, go right to campaigns here in the middle under resources there. And let's say the consultant campaign, I'm going to look at that. And you can see it's all laid out here from day 1, the opt-in, all the way to day 210. And if I want to see what's going on in day 74, there you go. And these are nice things to copy and just, and you're like, wait a minute. These aren't the nice emails that I'm used to seeing from Vive, right? Well, it's supposed to be that way because you're not going to do that for a prospect, right? It's made to be personal and authentic, like it came from you, right? So that's where it is. Now, when's the right time to assign somebody to a campaign? And I'll tell you, it's not when you add them as a contact. If you do that and you reach below 10% opt-in rate, then your email privileges are taken away. But guess what? If you get 30 opt-ins, then you unlock what I call the MailChimp constant contact feature. And I know some of you guys are paying $50 and $90 for MailChimp and constant contact. You don't have to do that. It's built in to this system. And once you get 30 contacts, you opted in. You can take advantage of our mass mailing and mail all your prospects at once. If you want, email them. And that's why it's important to have them labeled correctly. You can create your own labels, mompreneur right there, whatever you need to do. I'll show you that. You can create and hit edit here, and I can add new, make Micah a mompreneur. And then you can just send to those segments. Very cool. Very cool. We'll cover that in another training. But here is the campaigns. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to the consultant campaign. All right. Actually, I labeled them commercial, so I'm going to put them in commercial. And here's what you do. Before you do this, make sure you talk to them and say, hey, look, and when is the right time to add them? The right time is, when they haven't told you no and they haven't told you yes and you're not getting anywhere. Okay. That's the perfect time. And here's what you say. You say, hey, look, I know now might not be the right time, but do you mind if I just sent you an email from time to time? Sure. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to send an email to you right now. Just confirm that it's okay to send you an email. So I got your email right. Just click the link and I'll follow up with you from time to time. So that's what happens when I hit assign. Boom. Email goes right to the prospect right then, asking them for opt-in. If you want to know what that opt-in looks like, it looks like we're going into campaigns, commercial. There you go. There's the opt-in. Click here and confirm your email interest. Boom. Then we got them. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. I get on a Q&A here and they're like, I put somebody in a campaign, hadn't heard from them in half a year. And then all of a sudden they bought and they didn't even ask for my help. It just came in. I hear it all the time. There's also a resend opt-in. Make sure you send that. So that's some tips on campaigns. Now let's talk about the dashboard. I feel like I got to cover all that first before we talk about this dashboard, right? So here on the dashboard, any of these greater than signs here, Pac-Mans, whatever you want to call them, they consider an action. So if I go over here, I can see my contacts exposed. If I click statistics right here, check out this, all my statistics. You got somebody on your team that says, you know what? the business isn't just working out for me. It's just not happening. And all you got to do is ask for a screenshot of this, and they'll tell you exactly what they're doing. They won't do it, and they'll know the answer, right? You got to make the daily exposures. I'll tell you for all our accounts, the average is 20 a month. Okay. 20 a month. And generally that leads to 10 engagements. It's generally half. So if you get 20, it's going to take you, if you got 50, you're going to get 25 that actually take an engagement, that click a link and watch a video. More exposures you have, is the more engagements you have, with more sales you will have, right? It's numbers game, and you got to stay faithful to it. Going back here, I'm going to talk about contests and coaching. Look down here. We got an annual leaderboard. I'm going to click at that. Let's see it. And there can be multiple contests. We're working already with your ViV corporate team to start running event invites, top X, minimum qualifiers. We're going to have all kinds of fun contests. So get engaged here. I definitely want to meet Ed again, and Bill and Andrew. No Kevin. The next training, it would be so awesome to see these guys up here instead of me talking, and I'm just moderating it, and they're talking about how they're crushing it with the app. That's important. I can't wait to see those have that day, Nick. That would be awesome. The other thing is coaching. Over here in the more button, coaching, and we're going to move this button to where contests are, but coaching will be there as well soon. Here's the coaching, far right, third icon. Look at all the content we got in here for you guys. Free of charge to you, no extra charge. And when you go into these, look at this. You can see, just like Netflix, how much you've watched. Okay. So follow and look at some of these coaching videos. There's a wealth of information. Everything that I covered tonight is down here in this rapid funnel training. You can see all this, how to add a contact, create it, and add a group code. Ernan, we better look at this. I don't think that one should be in there. Maybe it's not. Send a resource, using hot prospects, deep dive into outreach. We'll go ahead and put our training in a separate one that we do here tonight, and we'll send you guys each a message through the app. If you have any questions about what's going on, you don't know what's going on, let me show you how to get in touch with support. It's 24/7, and it's in your app. I also want to talk about here. I'm skipping around. I know. I'm sorry, but let's talk about teammates real quick. Teammates is over here in the more. If you do three-way calls, you can add a bunch of teammates over here. And what you do is you just invite them. Make sure you know the email that they have in the app, and it will connect you with them. So if you got a three-way call to do, all you got to do is just say, hey, I need a three-way call. It goes to all 20 of the people you added, and then it connects you. It's a great feature, very underutilized. But if you do three-way calling, it's a great thing to have. All right, let's talk about support 24/7. How do you get to support? Well, you can email support@RapidFunnel. Make sure you take screenshots. You do a screen recording. I'm going to show you guys how to do a screen record on Android. You scroll down, okay? Swipe over, and there it is right there. You can do a screen record with your mic and a little bubble. Pretty cool feature. Take a screen record of the issue you're having or the training you may need. But let's go to support. Did you know it's 24/7 and in the app all the time with you? All you got to do is go right here to support. Click that button. A lot of your questions can be answered right through this search up here. And I'm just searching for how to add a group code or whatever. Or you hit the chat. And let's see who's working tonight. Hey, what can I help you with? So I just chat right here, and they'll answer most of your questions right there. So with that being said, I wanted to give you a little advanced tidbit about training. Every day we have a daily user training at 3 Eastern. You can come there. There's a 20-minute video, and then it's live Q&A, manned by support and the grow team. There's always 2 people there. So check that out. You see that in the app as well. Let's talk about this digital business card. All right. How do we edit this thing? All right. How do we customize it? Well, first, if you want it to look beautiful with all these things, you got to put it all in. Let's go. I'm going to go into the back office here. A lot of you may have not known that we also have a web app. All you got to do is log into rapidfunnel.com, use the same email, and you can send resources. all that stuff. And editing the digital business card is right over here. Okay. In settings, once you log in. So once I go into here, it picks up. I can change a different name here, can remove this company telephone number. I can put a fax. Let's see here. If I go here, I can have control over some of the buttons I don't want to be seen, maybe for whatever reason. And then here you add a button. Now you can add up to 10. We're going to work with Vive to put 10 in here for you, but you can override and put your own buttons. And guess what? You can put your own flow. You can put any personal resource. So if you have a link to a website or something else that's not in here, you can do that by just going add a button, add the label. Let's just say, I'm just going to put a generic website here. Then I'm going to select the resource right here. You just type in the resource. And then there you go. I'm gonna put the energy pilot. That's fine. Energy pilot. And I hit save. Boom, there it is. So awesome. You're using Linktree. That's great. This is better. And potentially when we get the QR code in there in the next few months, it's going to be even better. They can just scan your QR code like Snap, get your information. But how I like to do it, if I really want that prospect's information, right? I'll say, hey, let me text you this. Let me text you all my info. Ah, gotcha. Right? Then I add them real quick to a contact, their name and phone number. Then I text them my digital business card, right? So then all I would do is, we're almost done here. I'm going to show you some Facebook chat. Bear with me. Let me go back here, show my phone. There we go. Call up the app and then go to the contact. I just put them in. I'm going to hit send resources, click my digital business card. Boom. Send them my digital business card. Look at that preview, Nick. Look great, man. You guys do a great job on that stuff. Then they click it, and all I got to do is hit save contact, and they save your contact information down to the phone. Awesome. One more thing I want to show you guys. It's right at the bottom of the screen at learn.rapidfunnel.com. How would you like to have a Facebook chat messenger on all of your funnel pages? Check this out. So what I'm saying is, when they get done watching the video, this little Facebook messenger pops up. It says, hey, prospect, what did you like best about the video? And it's got your name there. It's not for everybody, but if you got a Facebook page that's either your name or your business, you can connect it to the app and this chat will pop up and you can text them back and forth right there on Messenger. How cool is that? I mean, it's not for everybody, but the people that prospect on Facebook love it. You know why? Because you're going to get a 10 times more likely conversion rate than filling out that form that's on the back side of this, right? So make sure this is on your funnel pages. I'm going to put this in the chat so you guys can watch this video whenever you want. Oh, I see we got a lot of questions. Ernan, you're doing good. All right, with that being said, I'm going to close it down here and we're going to take some questions. And
hey,
Ernan,
Mike,
go ahead.
I want to say
put a
something
booking
real
link.
quick. I want to say something real quick. Guys, I was told, by the way, that was an absolutely incredible training, Micah. Thank you very much for that. And we'll get to some questions in a second, but I want to tell everybody something. My mentor told me when I first got in this industry, almost over 20 years ago, he said, Nick, success leaves clues. So all you got to do is follow them. Let me give you guys an example. When he pulled up the leaderboard for links sent out through Rapid Funnel, who was number one on that leaderboard? It was Ed Kenny. Guess who one of the top money earners in Vive is? Ed Kenny. Okay, so like it goes perfectly along with what my mentor said, success leaves clues. So if Ed Kenny's doing it and he's one of the top money earners, guess what, guys? Let's do what he's doing and you'll get the same success.
It's crazy how it parallels that, Nick, all the time. It's amazing. And then, the other thing is, how you teach your team, people you bring into the organization. This is the easiest way for them to get going in 5 minutes or less, right? So easy. So even if you're not a tech person, this is easy. Trust me. I talk to lots of 80-year-olds that love Rapid Funnel. You can do it. All right. That's good. That's good input. Anything else you want to say, Nick? Uh-oh, I think you're on mute.
Address some questions and then I'll close it up whenever we're done.
Okay, cool. All right. We're at 45 after, so we'll maybe take 5 minutes max. All right. I'm just scanning through them. Ernan, you can unmute yourself if there's something you want me to answer or that was a reoccurring theme tonight. Love the tracker. Hey, Micah, someone say you're going too fast. That's true.
That's why we record.
If I talk slower, like on one of those translation things, we would have been here for 2 hours, but you can watch it again in the app. We're going to put it up. Debbie Lee's going to get me the recording. We're going to put it up in the app and send a message to everybody to watch it there. Just hit stop and follow along with me. Yes, Tammy, we'll get you the recording. And we'll do this again for sure. Here's the link to customize your business card. Great, Ernan. Ernan, any questions? Create your own WhatsApp link. All right, yeah, we'll have that turned on by tomorrow for sure. So you should see TikTok and WhatsApp added as your social links.
Hey, Micah, so we got a question. He says, I tried to add the app and it is telling me I need a group code.
Yeah, so that's a great question. I didn't cover that because, you know, sometimes there are multiple group codes, but let me show you how you get that. If you created the account first, which is what you should have done, right? You're going to put in the group code. Ernan, put it in the chat so they know how to spell it too. I'm going to go there and share my screen and show you how to get there. If you've got the app downloaded and for some reason you don't have the group code in there, let me show you where you go. You can see my phone, right?
Yeah, you're good.
You sure? Can you see my phone too? I think
your phone. No, I don't see your phone.
Yeah. I do this all the time when I share my screen the second time. I forget to click that.
Oh, Ernan said the group code is VIV. VIV.
Right, as it should be. I just wanted to make sure. So go to settings. You know where those are, down bottom hand right, more, and then settings, 4th icon over on the left. There's a little delay here. Right here is the group code. Okay. Now, we've got different group codes, but you can see it's right there. Put that one in, everything will come in. And just add it right here, VIV. Now you should have done that when you created an account, so it should have automatically done it for you. But make sure you create the account first. I think we have a getting started page. Nick, is there any way we could follow up with everybody that was on tonight? I want to offer to all the people that are on the call tonight a 15-minute like power user training. You guys get on with me or Ernan. We'll book it. I want to do that for you faithful that were here tonight. If this was too much for you, we want to spend some quality time with you. How about that? So if you can get us, you know who registered or who's on this call tonight?
Yeah, we've got a list of everybody that's registered. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that offer. That's fantastic.
All right. What other questions? I see there's a few more. Oh, Ernan says WhatsApp and TikTok's enabled. Let me see if I see them. And yes, they are. They're there. They're at the bottom. Make sure you put those in. All right. All right. This account that is created on the RF app. Yes. You download the Rapid Funnel app and then put in your group code. Yes. And we just scratched the surface on some of this. You know, we'll be doing some more advanced training, some extra things. We'll talk more. You know, this is more of a basic with a few nice little advanced things, you know, sprinkled in there, but there's so much, you know, this is the basic and giving you guys some, you know, some of the favorite advanced tricks there. I threw in a few of those and some mindset stuff and the who and why, but man, you guys are awesome. If there's any other questions, that's cool. All right. Just add your own number. Thank you, Ernan, for being on here. You can reach us by email. Remember, it's support@Rapid Funnel is support, but any strategy things, go ahead. You can reach out at grow@Rapid Funnel. That would come to Ernan and myself. Okay. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any improvements or suggestions, we love that kind of feedback too. We're the team that drives those things in the app. So if you got a great idea, I'd love to hear about it. Hit us up at grow@Rapid Funnel. All right. Well, that was 50 minutes. I appreciate you, Nick, having us on. We'll come on anytime for you guys. We love you. And we're looking forward to crushing it with you this year. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm excited. And guys, can you believe that this is going to be free to every single consultant in Vive? I mean, out of the tons of companies in this industry, we're one of the only ones that offers it for free to all of our consultants, guys. So this is absolutely tremendous. This
True.
app could potentially make you millions of dollars. I'm just going to say that. I probably shouldn't, but it could. I've seen it happen before. And each and every one of you can do it. So I believe, Debbie Lee, you have an announcement as well that you want to come on and make real quick.
Yeah, so just a heads up, because I know there was that question about group codes. Just for those of you who have who did not already have the app as part of your consultant plan, you were not pro members, we are upgrading and offering that to everyone. But as Tom mentioned on Saturday, what will happen is that will become available at your next renewal date. You can opt in sooner by reaching out to support. We'll send an email out. Our support team will send an email out with instructions on how to do that. Probably, most likely you'll see an email tomorrow. So if you can't get into the app right now, it's probably because you haven't been set up just yet, unless you were already a pro member.
Okay, awesome. That's fantastic. And that's what I love about this company, the communication, guys. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm a firm believer that communication rules a nation. So Debbie Lee will put out an email for everybody, so everybody's up and running with this app. So let's end this call, guys. Thank you very much, Micah. You are the man. Love working with you, bro. It's absolutely incredible. Love having success together. And I can't wait to do this here in Vive. So thank you very much to everybody hopping on live with us on Zoom. For those of you watching the recording, thank you for hopping on, and all of you on Facebook watching as well. Good to see you, and tag your teams, guys. Let's get everybody to download this app, everybody using this app, and let's start popping ranks like popcorn here in Vive. So, all right. Thank you very much, guys, for hopping on. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody.